We're not waiting for opportunity, we create an opportunity. So we've been talking about adjustments. Adjustments is basically change, adapting to change, so you can be more powerful in what you do. So the first part of adjustment we talked about was identifying your issues, right? That's the first part. The second part we talked about was identifying things that can fix your issues, right? Now, the third part we're going to talk about is getting the right advice to identify the issues that you know and to identify the things that you're going to use to fix it. To talk about those things and see if these things fit what you're saying, or do you need a little bit more assistance or some other things you haven't looked at. Now, why I put this at number 3 is I want you first to look in yourself. I want you to deal with yourself first. I want you to do self-reflection. I want you to be accountable for your actions. I want you to be accountable for the change of your actions. I want you to be responsible for the change of your actions. So that's why I would tell you to first identify your issues, you identify them, and then identify how you can fix your issues. And then I would tell you to speak to people around you who you trust, right? That's difficult. So why I say to speak to people around you about the ideas and the things you came up with is because you just want to see how it absorbs what you're saying. And you want to block out the noise that you're being told back, but the things that are insightful that could help you. So it's like an example of this, right? You need counseling. You need to have a counsel around you, right? Every big person, every leader has his trusted advisors, his or her trusted advisors, his or her counsel that they go through and they talk about the ideas of the leader and they see how they can make this come forth or how they can see that this can be other problems. So it either you may get a kickback where, nah, you're forgetting this, and it may draw you to feel something else about yourself, which will sharpen you, or you will get support about saying, hey, this is something that I think you should do. And I did see it, but I didn't want to bring it up to you because I didn't think you were ready, or I didn't know how to tell you, right? And then they could tell you, hey, I've been through this as well, or I've seen that as well, and these are some other templates and tools I saw used to get through this situation, right? But you want to bring them your ideas and your issues first, right? And you want them to concentrate on the things you came up with first, because you want them to support what you're saying. And they should want to support your adjustment to change and self-improvement, because that's what you're doing overall. You're improving yourself, right? And when you improve yourself, you make yourself more powerful. You make yourself a force. And then you will also see anyone around you who got a problem or who only could throw negative thoughts at you when you're doing this is someone who's afraid of your power. Even if they don't know it, they are afraid of the power that you have within you. So they're going to throw more darts about you and just keep throwing negative and keep saying other things compared to helping you focus on the things you need to focus on, which is yourself. Yourself that's going to make you greater, right? Or you may find some people around you who you realize they're not ready for change, because they may be like, yo, what are you talking about? You good, Joe? That ain't too serious. That ain't really nothing. Now you're going to identify like, oh, so this is the group I'm with, and this is why this crap is happening. This is why this thing don't change, because we all think this is okay. And that may be rough, because you may know these people for 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Come up from the sandbox, going through some hard times with, and you are able to make that separation, right? And when you make that separation, because you realize I'm going to stay in this situation with them if I don't move away from them, because they don't see what I'm trying to do and they don't see it as an issue, right? Then it's going to get more uncomfortable because you're going to be by yourself. And that's why I say you got to look for knowledge, right? You got to read books, right? You got to look stuff up on Google, whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? To get what you need, the information to give you templates to support what you're trying to do. A lot of the support first is going to come from here. It's going to come from right here. And that's the hardest one, because they ain't going to want to turn be like, yeah, you good. Yeah, keep that going. Yeah, that work? That rock out? All right, I'm going to keep doing that. It's not going to be that there all the time. You're going to have to look at you on your shoulder and be like, yo, we good? Like, yeah, we good. Or we good? Nah, we not good. We got to change that up. And that's responsibility of oneself, right? And that's difficult. But then also you get to the point where you're like, you got to start not finding, but you'll start running into people, right, who are that like-minded like you, who's trying to do the same adjustments or who have done it, who are going to see that quality in you because they went through that path. And they're going to be like, yo, come over here. Let me tell you something. Or they're just going to drop jewels on you. Or you're going to hear the talk from them differently. And you're going to get that inspiration you need. You're going to get that counsel you need to help you come over your goals that you're trying to do with your self-improvement, right? So we got to take this advice, though, because a lot of people don't like to take advice, right? Because you got to be honest. You may see some stuff in yourself and think that's just it. And somebody may tell you, yo, that's one of them, but you got this too that I think is a major problem. You know? And you may be like, nah, that ain't it. It's just this only. And this person may say to you, listen, if they truthful with you, I love you. I'm telling you that I'm scared for you because I think this is going to cause an issue for you. Or I worry about you because of this. Not the ones who are like, yeah, man, you got this problem too and this problem. You got to fix this too. Who like, you'll hear the difference of somebody trying to put you down, who just want to throw more rocks at your house. You get what I'm saying? Compared to someone who's like, yo, I'm glad we're having this conversation. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to be hard because you're going to be like, you're putting yourself out there. You get what I'm saying? You're putting yourself out there. You know, it's like you're putting your art out there for everyone to judge. Your ideas, your issues, your problems. But when you put that out there, you become more truthful with yourself and you put yourself, your back against the wall where you got to do it. Right? Like you got to do it now. You can't, because you put it out there, right? You put it out there to the people that you're closest with, you know, that got your back. And you're like, yo, I'm trying to change this and I'm trying to do it. And now they're going to make you accountable for it. If they really your peoples. If they got you how they say they got you. You get me? So the advice part is very important. The counsel, going to that counsel with what you think your issues are and the ideas to fix it. You know, people that you can trust. And that's why we can't call everyone our friend. Everyone is not your friend. A lot of people are your associates. My daughter comes home sometimes. We'll go somewhere. Like she'll be in gymnastics. And she'll come out of gymnastics and she'll like, oh, I made a friend, Daddy. And I'm like, you made a friend? She's like, yeah, I made a new friend. I'm like, what you mean? How, where you know them from? Like, from school? Like, oh, they were there? Oh, no, I just made a new friend, like, just now. And I would have to tell them, like, dog, baby, that's an associate. What's an associate, Daddy? What do you mean? That's somebody you just met who you cool with. But you don't know that long. You haven't done anything with. You guys haven't had any experiences together. No stories of things you did together. You haven't had a fight and then be cool again or laughs and stuff like that. You just acquaintances. You guys are associates, acquaintances. And I try to explain this from her from early so she doesn't call everyone her friend because those labels can really screw you up because we cement them inside our brain. You know, how my wife would say, in this file cabinet that resonates with us for something more with value and morals, right? That really can screw us when this is really not our friend, you know? So it's very important you choose wisely who you get that advice from, you know? But I tell you, put yourself out there because it's going to make you more accountable because you're going to put your back against your wall and you're going to put your art out there for everyone to see. You know what I mean? Because we're not waiting for opportunity. We create an opportunity.